Let's see, are we live? Okay, now we are live, y'all. What is up, guys? I know no one's watching us right now, and I'm sorry I forgot my my speaker for the live stream, or that blue speaker I usually use. But we're just gonna be chilling here until I see that someone actually logs on, and I just wanted to use this time to talk with you guys, to hang out with you guys, and kind of get you guys up to speed with why I've been so, what's the word, hiatus? Let me move the camera screen. Hey, what's up? Who's watching? Let us know if you have any questions. This is Drew, by the way, guys. This is my buddy Drew. I'm chilling at his house, and I know it's been forever. Can you guys hear me pretty well? Because I was just saying, I don't have my speaker that I usually use. It's the blue speaker, I think it's called, and so I'm just using my my MacBook speaker for right now. But yeah, this live stream is just for you guys. I just wanted to talk with you guys. I've been so busy with work, and I'm just burnt out to make any videos as of right now. But I'm trying to manipulate my schedule. Ryan, hey dude, I hear you. Hey Ryan, what's up, dude? Perfect. Hey, this is Drew, by the way.
What's up, Ryan?
This is my brother. Well, not my brother. He's my brother from another mother. This is Drew. But yeah, we're just chilling. I drove over here. Drew lives like 30 minutes away from me. Let me see. Let me read your comments. Missed you, man. I was wondering what was up. Hey, Ryan said what's up.
What's up, dude?
No, yeah. So yeah, Ryan. So I've been gone for a while, and basically, in a nutshell, it's because I've just been burnt out from work. I don't know if you can see it on camera, but right now I'm like a produce rep. So I'm like lifting boxes the entire day, and like these are like big old boxes. I think I've mentioned it on other videos, and I know I did like I think a week long of videos when I started my work. But it's getting to the point, I think I did 6 months already there a week ago, and it's just taking a toll on my body. That, and I've been trying to be super consistent with like working out, and I just burnt out, like literally just burnt out. Let me read your comment. Wait. Where's the chips?
I got it right here, dude.
Okay. All right, Ryan, settle down. So I'm calming down with the chips now. Actually, it kind of faded, but I had some hot Cheetos a couple days ago, but it faded.
I don't got chips, but we got some pistachios, a healthy version of chips.
No, yeah, so my mom actually called me out on this too the other day. She was like, what was it? We were talking about, I was having like some stomach pains. I just saw my doctor for my arthritis in my low back. We can talk about that too if you're joining us for the first time. If you don't know that I have arthritis in my low back, I just went and saw my doctor a week ago actually, and I brought up the fact that I was a little scared of like what's happening inside like my guts, because I don't want to get old and then I don't know, end up in a hospital like in an emergency room. So she said it was fine. We did switch my medication though. I will say that I'm no longer taking the Tramadol. I'm taking I think it's called Eptodactyl. No, that sounds like pterodactyl. Hold on. Hey, Chris is here.
Chris, Sarah.
Here, hold on. Yeah, I'm gonna continue reading your comment, Ryan. Let me just let me show Chris Sarah's comment. Hey, Chris. Hey, we're trying to keep this PG, sir. But let's see, Ryan. Same here, man. Working on my consistency. Yeah, definitely. Consistency is like super hard. Staying disciplined. I have been making like pretty good gains at the gym, if you want to call it that. But I think I'm gonna switch it to just staying physically, actively fit. For me, like Drew over here, that dude can. How much do you squat, Drew?
I used to be able to squat 315, but now like I've been going lower now because of my joints. So now I'm probably like at 275. I'm taking it easier because over time you're gonna just put a lot of joint stress on your joints.
I think it's just Chris watching you right now.
Hey, Chris, Sarah, he can't squat for nothing.
No bad words, though. No bad words.
He can't squat a plate.
Hey, Chris, every time you put like a comment with a bad word, I have to like approve the comment. But yeah, so I just changed my diet up too because I was getting a little chunky, guys. I showed Drew this, but look, like, well, right now I'm just a little bloated. But you see that? You see that little honey bunny right there? Right, and that's due to all those chips. So I'm trying to cut down with the chips. Still trying to make gains, you know, gains. But yeah, so I'm trying to cut down on the chips, right? So no more chips for 21 days. If you don't follow me on Instagram, go ahead and check it out. Let me pop it out because that's where I'm sharing a lot of my more recent stuff. Since I'm not uploading so much on YouTube, I've been adding a lot of stories on my not Snapchat, on my Instagram. But my Instagram is right here, guys. Well, shit.
They can't really see
You can't see it.
No.
Well, okay. It's CACUNA365 if you care to take a like, if you care to check it out. That's where I post a lot of like my daily stuff as far as like right now. I did get that brand new camera that I have yet to, you know, use a lot more, obviously, because I spent a lot of money on it.
How much money did you spend on it?
It was like $1,200.
Really?
Yeah.
The camera, that big old camera that you have.
Yeah.
That's insane.
That's the one where Chris and I we did a video about that.
Oh.
Let's read some of the comments. Well, it's mostly Chris hating on us, but let's see. Okay, so Ryan, I think Ryan left us. Ryan, are you still here? Oh, no, Ryan's still here. Sorry, I guess it was just showing one person. But let me go back to your comments. Yeah, so did I answer that comment about the chips? Let me know. But yeah, I'm holding back on the chips as of now for 21 days. I'll talk about my new nutrition and workout plan if you want. If you care to hear about it, I'll talk about it. I just started it today. Let me see. So we left out, where's the chips bra? Oh, by the way, before I continue reading comments, we're chilling here at Andrew's place.
We're watching
here.
Let me show
you guys. We're just watching the basketball game. We're just chilling. And because I hadn't made a video in so long, Drew had the day off today because he's on spring break. He's going to school for, what is it?
Occupational therapy assistant. It's at St. Philip's College in San Antonio, and it's a 2-year program. So I should be done. I'm going to be applying for graduation after this semester, so it's already almost done. So, yeah. Boy, got some dreams.
So yeah, so that's what Drew's up to, and me. I got 2 days off this week. So yesterday I just recovered, like I was mentioning prior. I've just been super burnt out. So since I got 2 days off today, Drew was like, "Hey, I'm on spring break right now. You want to chill?" And I was like, "All right, whatever." But I need to catch up with you guys too. So I was like, "Is it cool if we shoot a live stream at your place?" He was like, "Yeah." So here we are. But yeah, okay, let's go back to the comments now that you guys know what we're up to right now. Same here, man, working on my consistency. Yeah, I think I answered that. Arthritis. Oh, right, you didn't know? Yeah, I've had back pain since I was 14 is when I first started to like feel symptoms. And at 26, I'm 30 now. My birthday was this last December. December 6th is my birthday.
This guy does not look like he's 30 years old.
I don't look 30, right? At the grocery store, I'll get like ladies coming up to me and being like, "Oh, hi, honey, how you doing?" And I'm like, "Ma'am, I'm a full-grown man." But yeah, I just turned 30, and at 26, as I was saying, I was diagnosed with degenerative disc disease, and it's actually a pretty big thing on my channel, but it's been a while since I've made a video about that, just the struggles that come with arthritis, specifically DDD. But yeah, so Ryan, I've been taking meds for the last 4 years since I was 26, and I've come a long way. If you go back to when I started the channel, that's when I was coming out of my depression. So I had already had, like, Andrew remembers, like, I spent like a year and a half depressed after I was diagnosed. So at 26, so at 27 and a half is when I started this channel, approximately. And I just turned 30 now. Well, let's see. Let's continue reading the comments. Chris, Sarah, Andrew, and Carlos. No invite. Oh, dude. Sorry, Chris. Low pieces of. emoji. I'll leave it at that. You guys can read that. Gains my beep. Lower Kaziwa beep. Squat you beep. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna stop showing your comments, Chris. They're all like bad words, man. It's gonna get demonetized. Okay, so continuing on with Ryan's comment. I hear ya. I'm doing one cheat meal every 2 weeks. Just had my last meal as a cheat meal. I went from 16.9 to 15.5% in 4 months. Holy cow, dude. So you must be pretty lean. Well, I can kind of see. No, that's a kid in the thumbnail. I was like, look, not your thumbnail, but your little profile pic. I thought that was like a body pic, but as I looked closer, it was a picture of a kid. But yeah, so dude, that's impressive, man. In my beginning videos, that's the way I've been tracking like how I look, how I feel, is just based on the look. And I was pretty chunky, right?
Oh yeah, dude.
I was like,
I don't know, about like 20%.
Well, like I had man boobies, but I had that surgery, guys. So I mean, I'm super comfortable. I know Drew's not comfortable with showing, so
it's a little too close to me. Put that down.
But this is also like an informational channel, so it's cool, you know. But yeah, I had that gyno surgery almost a year and a half ago now. But dude, that's impressive, man. But yeah, so arthritis, diagnosed at 26, 30 now, been suffering with it, got out of depression. It took me a year and a half, and I've just been fighting through it one day at a time. Runs, I'm here, dude. Appreciate it, man. Thanks, dude. Let's see, giving my son a bath at the same time. Oh, nice, dude. You see, like, I really wish that I had kids. Andrew knows this. Like, yeah. I was with the girl for like 10 and a half years, and I don't want to bring, you know, the past, but we were just having a conversation. We were having all these detailed conversations before we got on the live stream, because there's some parts of my life that are just too personal, you know, that if you ask me about it, I might give you like a sugar-coated, you know, version of it, and I'll let you know if it's a sugar-coated version of it. Like, I'm not here to lie or BS you guys, but I've brought it up in like past live streams, like about my past relationship. The person I was with, you know, I really don't like to bring it up. No disrespect to that person, but it is what it is. They made a choice, and now they have to live with it. Same with me. I made my choice, and, you know, I'm happy now. And I'm, you know, leaving it at that. But I appreciate that, Ryan, that you're here for us and that you're watching it while you're giving your son a bath, man. Appreciate that. Let's see. Chris, go Raptors. What is basketball? I've missed, like, we were just talking about that too, that I've missed, like, I didn't watch a single football game.
I didn't even know LeBron James is on the Lakers.
The Lakers are my team or whatever. I grew up in the Kobe and Shaq era, so that's when I was like super into sports, and I haven't been watching that much sports. Like, I think the last time I watched sports was when we both started the Masters in Respiratory School, and there's videos about that too, about like me going through school or whatever, or talks I should say about that topic. But that was the last time that I was into sports. Then, you know, like, that just took over my life, like studies. It was day and night studying.
That's how it's been like for me right now, for school, for midterms. I mean, I didn't really have a life. It was kind of hard for me to actually commit to things. My parents want me to go to my brother's birthday that I haven't really talked to in a while. There's been like some issues going on with that, and it's hard for me to have sometimes a social life. So don't take it personal. If anybody, you know, Chris, don't take it personal. Sometimes I can only invite one person at a time, or just like, if I don't talk to you often, you know exactly what's going on. I'm telling you as it is, that it's hard right now, but I'll get through it. It's only half a semester left.
I think it's been like a month and a half since the last time I hung out with Drew, so we just want to make it a little personal. No, I'm kidding. But yeah, let's keep reading some of the comments. No invite, though. Okay, well, I guess Andrew just touched on that, Chris.
That question for you.
We love you, though. Let's see, Ryan's comment. I just turned 29. Herniated disc with mild degeneration at 21. I did nothing for years, big mistake, but you were a turning point for me, man. You and a few other things, but I loved your vids and big. I guess it stops. Oh, a big inspiration. I was like, I was like,
Hey,
I was like, Ryan, I love you too, man. But anyhow, yeah, dude, that's very heartfelt, man. And that's, no, it is not, I think, what am I saying? It is a huge reason why I continue to make these videos. And like I said in the last video where it was just like me and like I don't know what they're called, like a tank top, a white tank top. The reason I keep coming and I'll keep coming back is because I know that a big majority of you guys not only follow me because you might like my personality or me as a person, but you're also following along through my own struggles of chronic pain, of life's adversities. And I want to be, an inspiration, and also vice versa. You guys inspire me at the same time as well. Some of the comments I get, sometimes I'm down, like I'm human as well. Sometimes I'm feeling super low, and I'll read one of y'all's comments and I'm just like, shit, like this person, their life just changed because of video I posted, X video that I posted. And that really hits home, and it makes me realize that there is a reason why I'm here on this earth. Not only obviously to live and to be kind, but also to help others through my own story. But let's continue reading along. Let's see. Comments are coming to an end, and I didn't post this with a lot of allotted time so that people would know that I was going to live stream. It was just kind of like a spur of the moment. I reached out to Drew and I was like, hey, is it cool if we do a live stream? Like, it's been a while since I've spoken with you guys. And I don't even know the way that the YouTube algorithm's working now, if it's pushing my videos to the people that are subscribed to the channel. I do know that it only shows it to the people that watch the videos consistently. So yeah, it kind of sucks that maybe a lot of people won't be able to come in here and ask me their specific questions, especially since I've been gone for so long, at least from like making consistent content for you guys. But if you do get the chance, if you are here now, feel free to ask me anything, guys. Like, you guys know, my best friends know that I'm like open as an open book. I mean, like, how else do I put it? Like, I'm super open, right?
Yeah.
Like, I don't mind sharing. I told you a while ago, I'm reading comments, your comment right now, Ryan. Told you a while ago I was going to send you a before and after. Don't know how to get it to you, but I'm working. Oh, dude, that's why a lot of the times, like on YouTube, I'm not only on YouTube. I was just mentioning that. I don't know if you missed it, but I'm also on Instagram. And that's a lot of the times how I connect with you guys on a more personal level. Obviously, if you have an Instagram, you can send me a DM with pics like before and afters. But my IG is what is it? Kakuna365. So I'll type it into the comments. IG at Kakuna365. And that's where you can find me, like, on a more personal, I mean, like, even this is personal, but even like you want to get more personal, like in a cool way, because sometimes, okay, if you're watching this, I don't mean to be disrespectful at all, but sometimes I'll get some weird comments, like, let's keep it PG, guys. Like, I love everyone, like, everyone's cool, but I'm into the ladies. But yeah, totally cool with everyone. I love everyone. But yeah, sometimes I'll get like some comments that I'm just like, man, like
what's going on in their heads?
Like not what's going on in their heads. I'm just like, I'm scratching my own head, but love, peace and love, right? Peace and love. Let's see. All right, we got another.
Hey Ryan, are you on a spring break, or do you have a spring break? Have you traveled anywhere recently or vacation?
I'm gonna go to the bathroom real quick, guys. I'll be right back.
Yeah,
I'll let you talk to Drew here for a sec.
Yeah, so I guess I'll take over. I really haven't been on YouTube. I have like 2 channels, or I have like 2 videos on YouTube right now. But yeah, dude, today I went to the Riverwalk with my girlfriend, and we were walking and we saw a couple of turtles and some snakes, and it was actually pretty cool. Like, I didn't expect to see nature as beautiful as it was, but let me read your comment. Nah, one more kid on the way in 9 days. Oh, wow. Okay. That's good, man. So, you have a son, so you're getting another one. Okay. Because of what you were able to achieve. Okay. So, yeah, man, that's good. I mean, I don't know how I would feel like going to school and having a kid. I've actually talked to my girlfriend about this, and I'm actually grateful that we both discussed things. And my parents, they had me. My mom is a school teacher, pre-K school teacher, and she had me, and it was very hard for her to go to teaching school at the same time. So she was telling me, don't be into such a rush or a hurry to do that. It's just take your time, and time will tell. So Ryan, do you know if it's a boy or a girl that's coming around, or I just see that you posted that that you're getting a kid in 9 days, but is it a boy or a girl? Do you know? Girl. Oh, okay. And Carlos is back here.
Hey.
Welcome back to my channel. No, I was kidding.
Hey, what's up?
You can't be saying that stuff on my channel.
Let's see, did we leave the comments?
Yeah, so he is telling me that he has a kid coming up.
Oh, nice, dude. So this will be your second one then, Ryan? Your second child? Let me see.
I was just telling him about like my trip to the Riverwalk today, and asked him if they had any vacation trips or anything, traveled
cool.
anywhere.
Very cool. Yeah. Right now, I don't get no vacations. I'm super broke. I'm trying to pay off some credit cards. I got 2 credit cards. One of the credit cards I spent quite a bit of money on when I was in depression, purchasing a lot of the. I don't know if you guys remember, but my room, like the backdrop, used to be all like Ninja Turtles. So that put me in the hole quite a bit. Now I'm trying to get rid of it. Like I'm just getting rid of all of it. But I used a credit card for that, which was dumb. We live and we learn. And then another credit card I used while it was like for payments, for random payments while I was going through school, or when I didn't get accepted into PT school, I was using that credit card. But yeah, I put a lot of debt onto it. Not too much. Like my plan is to pay it off before the summer and then continue from there, which is getting close. Like I'm paying it off. Like I'm achieving my goals or whatever. But let's see what other comments do we have here because of what you were able to achieve. Okay, hold on. Excuse me, I just burped. See, I left out. You certainly helped me. You were special because you showed me that it's possible to achieve fitness goals with back issues. Yes, I found you while I was in a therapy. Oh, wow. And I started really taking therapy serious. Yes, super serious. Obviously, like Drew was talking about, I know he's going to be an occupational therapy assistant. And before I got into the retail business side of things, my dream, my passion was to go into physical therapy. But, life happens. I got denied, even though like I was a little cocky about it. I thought like I was going to get in, and I was like, there's no way I'm not going to get in. I finished with honors. Like there's no way I did more than 1,000+ hours of observation, in different types of settings. I was going to get in. And when it didn't happen, it was a real eye opener. But I definitely do believe in physical therapy. The therapy itself, obviously Andrew believes in it too, because that's what he's going to school for. But yeah, stretching and being physically fit in all aspects of fitness. One of them is like very much in depth into stretching, right? Like stretching is a very important part of being physically fit, because if I'm not mistaken, the tendons and the muscles tighten up, and then they put more pressure on the joints, right? Making it harder, for your joints to move. But if you loosen those muscles and those tendons loosen up, then that joint's going to move a lot easier.
And a lot of people don't know what occupational therapy is, and it's basically, the person or individual that's having a hard time getting around doing what they do on a daily basis, like, combing their hair, doing daily activities, combing their hair, putting on their clothes, going to the restroom, cooking, just any daily activity. We help modify them. We give them adaptive equipment, adaptive devices. Um, there's like this thing too for I think it's for, I forgot what disorder, what disease it is. It might be cerebral palsy, but there's a spoon that actually you can move it, and the tip where the cereal or whatever goes, it doesn't move. It's just like staying in place as you move the spoon, for people that have issues with motor control. And I found that very interesting, and I find the profession to be very, very interesting, because it's a spectrum that goes across all borders. Like, you can help anybody, any age. You can help anybody, and that's what I'm currently doing right now. And it's a blessing to see, like, what people actually have to go through, and it's sad at the same time, but that there is help. Like, we are here to help. Carlos and I. Carlos has been on YouTube for a while, and then who knows, maybe like I'll be inspired later on for me doing occupational therapy to start my own channel. So.
Okay, let's see if we can lean back. Like lean back. Let's see if we can get a little more comfortable here for you guys.
My neck is a little stressed. I'm
my back was hurting a little bit. That's why I had to get up and take my my meds right now. Hey, can you guys still hear us pretty well? To Ryan? Because I think Ryan's the only one on here. But we're having a good time. We're enjoying your company ride. We're watching the basketball. We're trying to watch. I don't really care about the basketball game.
I care about the basketball
game. He cares about the basketball game. Let me see.
Oh, thanks, Ryan. I appreciate it, man. Good luck to you and your kids and your upcoming. Is it girl? Yeah, your upcoming girl.
6 years apart. Dang. Yeah. Oh, yeah. I never finished saying that I wanted kids, but my 10.5-year relationship ended 3 days before the wedding. I made videos about it. I think it's called "My Life Changed" or something. Like, I made it like 8 months ago. I think. It's a longer video, but it kind of talks when I was going through it, when I still thought there was hope. But anyhow, let's see. I'm no longer in therapy, and if I don't do stretches and exercises daily, I feel kind of crappy. Agreed. I'll get to what I was going to say. Let me just finish reading your comment. But keeping up with it, I feel better than I have in many years. Totally true. So I'm very fidgety too. If you see me fidget with my back, it's because it's like the low back, just stiffness or achiness of it. But stretching is such like a big key component to feeling good when you have arthritis. I find for myself, I have to wake up, take a hot shower to loosen up my back, and then do maybe 20 to 30 minutes of stretching. And literally, like, I do some of the stretches that the therapist gave me when I was working at the clinic, the physical therapy clinic. And I also found other stretches from other PTs off of YouTube. So I'll combine those, and I kind of put together what works for me. Swimming also works for me. And if you have the opportunity, find Asian acupuncture. That does wonders for me. Acupuncture, along with a TENS unit. So they'll put the needle into your back or wherever you feel pain, and then they'll put like a TENS unit, like a little electricity to it. It feels so good, Ryan. Like, if you ever get a chance to try that out, it really helps. And swimming. I don't think did I mention swimming, but yeah, swimming too. Let's see, it was in therapy 6 months. Holy cow. Yeah, I think that's about how long it took for me to like start working again. I think it was like, I was bedridden for 2.5 months. 2 months to 2.5 months. But yeah, finally got out of that. This is like long ago. Good luck, man. I think that was for you.
Yeah.
Good luck. Yeah, dude, I hear you. I think that was for you too. Never even thought to try acupuncture. Yeah, dude. So acupuncture wonders. So okay, so since we're on the topic of therapy, And Ryan, you seem to be the only one that's actually like commenting back. If you're there, guys, feel free to ask us anything. But right now we're having a conversation with Ryan, and so anyways, to talk about the therapies that I've done that have helped me, because I've tried a lot of things, right? Like I've gone through.
Have you ever tried to use like ice baths? Dude?
Okay, so about ice baths, like let me come around to all the therapies, because I have thought about it, and I do want to answer that question, because hold on. So the therapies, I started off with the steroid injections. I had 2 or 3 sessions of those. For some people it works, for others it doesn't. It didn't work for me.
My dad actually has lower back pain right now, and he actually has to go through some lower back injections, which he doesn't want to have to depend on. But right now, you don't want to have to go through the surgery. That's the last resort you want to go through.
Yeah.
So I'm telling him, I give him exercises, lower back exercises that he can do at the house. He has a hard time getting off from the floor, so a lot of exercises are on the like a rug or a soft surface. But it's hard for people that that have past history of injuries or whatever. So there has to be a different way, a different method for people like that to have easy access to stretch their back muscles and have those back injections. I mean, they can be pretty pricey. Just getting a lot of them over time.
Yeah, I know. I was fortunate enough that while I was with the person that I was with, they paid for a bit of it. I mean, it was a lot that they paid, but it was like it was a lot of money. But the hospital took on a lot of those charges because I worked there, so I had like their health insurance or whatever at the time. But yeah, I was happy for everyone that did help me out through that process. But anyhow, going back to what's worked for me, so those injections didn't work for me. I know for some people it's worked. I also tried chiropractors. So here's my personal feelings or opinions about chiropractors. I like them if it's something quick, like a quick fix. But I personally feel that physical therapy long term is more beneficial, and here's why. Here's why I believe this. Because when you adjust the bone, if those muscles and those joints are still tight, it's still the body's still gonna want to revert back to that position, right? Right. But through physical therapy, they give you specific stretches and exercises to loosen, X body part or the left body part or specific portions of the body to try and balance the body as a whole, so that one part isn't pulling more than the other, vice versa. That way, everything's in alignment, which is what the chiropractor is trying to achieve. But it's like if you're not necessarily strengthening the muscles or loosening the muscles up continuously on a day-to-day basis, the body's just gonna fight it and go back to where it's comfortable. That's my personal belief.
I believe what Carlos believes too. Like, I mean, if you really want to go to a chiropractor, you can. But I mean,
I've been to them. I've been to them for years.
My girlfriend's like my chiropractor. She just like steps on my back if I need some help.
I don't know if that's good.
That's not good, but she does it anyways. It feels good for the moment. Like he said, it feels good for the moment because it's at the certain point. Yeah. But physical therapy, like he says, does the whole.
I can talk about it. But
anyways, it goes to the whole body, like you don't want one part of the body to feel good. You want the whole body to feel good.
Exactly. So that's my belief with chiros. I've used them for many years, but now that I've used almost everything within that therapy spectrum, I know what works for me, and that's what I suggest for anyone going through what I've been through. So anyhow, I tried that. Don't really like it, especially when the chiro was telling me that he was going to fix my DDD. And then after I was seen by, spine specialist in the orthopedic field, and they were like, did you have DDD? Like, it's arthritis. You can't heal arthritis. So this chiropractor was like literally lying to me to get my money. So that pissed me off. And that's why I have those personal beliefs of chiros versus.
I mean, they might not all be like that. It might be just one experience like that.
Yeah, that might have been like a bad experience I had. but still, I was just very upset. And then, like, when I looked deeper into it, like to the anatomical, physiological side of things, it was just like a voila moment. But anyway, so tried both of those things. Definitely go for more physical therapy. The other thing that's worked for me is acupuncture. Acupuncture, from my understanding, is just the superficial portion that the needle's going into. It's not like deep needling. I think that's what it's called. Excuse me, I keep burping because I'm having my shake right now. It's like my second meal of the day. But when they do deep needling, I think that's what a physical therapist does, and they go more deeper into the muscle tissue to loosen it up. But still, the acupuncture does wonders for me, especially when it's combined with the TENS unit. It feels so good. So that's what's worked for me. Those are the therapies I've done. Is that all I've done? And the medications. I mean, drug therapy. That's obviously worked for me too, long term. And now I'm at the point where I want a better quality of life right now, the time that I'm alive, the present. And I've talked about this on the channel after going through the experiences I've gone through, the adversities I've talked about, after, coming eye to eye with death when I got into that 6-car collision on the freeway. And I could have died, right there in that point. But now I see life more as enjoyment of the present moment and trying to be my best in the present moment. Although sometimes I slack because, like I was saying, I'm burnt out, after work. That's why I'm trying to balance my life out right now.
I recently, not recently, but over a couple of months ago, I figured out that I had high blood pressure and I didn't know what to do. I kind of leaned to my girlfriend a little bit because she, didn't want me to go to the doctor. She wanted me to go to the doctor to get myself checked out, but the doctor wanted me to automatically have me put on prescription drugs to lower that blood pressure. But I didn't want to do that because I'm 27 years old. I mean, I still have a long life ahead of me, so I didn't want to get retching black. Or I'm wearing a blue T-shirt. He's wearing a black. It looks like it's black and black, but yeah. What side is your tattoo on?
Oh, my left arm.
Oh, okay. It would have been better if it's on the right hand side.
I haven't told you guys this, but I've been meaning to share it on the channel, and I didn't want it to be like a show-off type of deal because my family doesn't believe in tattoos. But at the end of the day,
I don't think anyone believes in any tattoos.
Yeah, but I mean, like, what's the word? Agreeing with you.
Yeah.
I'm living for me, not for anyone else. You guys, I've talked about it. Like, I believe in God. I don't push that onto you guys, but I'm living for myself. For myself and for like, how do I say that without sounding like self-absorbed? Or does that, like, you guys understand what I'm trying to say? Like, I'm not living with the mindset of my dad. For instance, like, if my dad would have me live the life that he wants me to live, I would be a realtor and I would just do real estate and I don't know what else he would want me to do, but that's what I would be doing as a career. And I hate real estate. I don't like it. I actually just let my license go because I don't care for it. And he was disappointed, but I was just like, what else was a big sacrifice for me was that, $75K of school debt that I acquired. And am I using my degree? No, I'm going to go get a master's in business now because I wasn't happy within the medical field, So I'm living for me. And
Carlos, let me just say something, dude. Yeah. If you get another tattoo, just please don't get one on your face.
Look
like the guy from wrestling. His name was Umaga. I don't know if you guys watch wrestling or not.
Nobody watches wrestling.
I used to watch wrestling. I still kind of do. I still kind of watch wrestling because it's stupid. Okay. It's stupid. Like the acting is so bad. Like people say that it was real, but you see them as they're punching, they're stepping, they're like, but I mean, it's to each his own.
Let's see. Let's read. Where did we leave off of? Where did we leave the conversation with Ryan on the comments? Let's see. Wasn't therapy for Sarah? Okay, I think we touched on that. Good luck, man. Even thought to try it. Okay, yeah, we touched on that.
Right, it's coming.
Yeah, I had the injections in my heels, but they wear off. Yeah, I think we touched on that, how they wore off. chiropractor made me feel kind of good temporarily, but then I started feeling more grinding and popping. So yeah, because he's not really healing it. He's just making it feel good, like we were talking about for that moment in time. I believe that too. Yeah, you do. Yeah, you do. Totally agree. Wrestling is gay.
Even my girlfriend doesn't like it. She's like, "Why are you watching it? A bunch of guys in their underwear and stuff."
I just like The Rock.
Yeah, I mean, you dislike him?
No. I like The Rock.
Oh, okay,
like,
yeah.
I follow him on Instagram, and I like his work ethic. Really like his work. Let me see where the battery's at on this.
His diet is crazy. The Rock's diet. I mean, he has like his cheat days where he eats like, I don't know, a ton load of pancakes.
Oh yeah. So where we were? Oh, we were gonna wrap around because remember I wanted to answer your question about the ice baths.
Oh yeah.
Okay, so here's my look on ice baths. So I remember when I was working at the clinic, there was a conversation I had with one of the physical therapists, and they would always start patients with ice or heat, right? And there's like a controversy of what research is, or what does research show that's more beneficial for pain? Because when you go to like undergraduate school and they teach you like the basics of like how to, if you twist your ankle, what do? Rice, right? Rust, ice, compress, elevate, right? But so then this therapist was saying, you don't want to ice. And we're just like, wait, what? We thought ice was going to, decrease the amount of swelling. He said, why are you going to not bring in more, new blood into the part that's injured when you're trying to heal it? So his argument from this research that he had read is that you want to put heat on it to bring in, better, new blood to heal it or to help the healing process, move along. So it makes sense. It makes sense to me.
To a certain extent, because I mean, I actually, going to school, learned about edema, which is like burns. Oh, yeah. And our teacher was telling us about retrograde massage. Have you heard of that? Retrograde massage? It's where there's a buildup of fluid from an inflammation, and then you push it to this is distal, so proximal. So you're gonna go towards the body, and you're pushing all the fluid away from the body. So I mean, it's different for different scenarios. I mean, ice is a good way of using it for inflammation, but that was just a little something that I knew about that I didn't know about, which was pretty interesting about burns. I mean,
yeah, so to grow or to feed off of what Andrew's saying, I use both personally. I like to use heat in the morning. Why? Because it loosens me up. I don't know about you, Ryan, and the couple other people watching. I don't know if you're watching this because of the topic we're on right now. We're talking about different therapies and the DDD. But I use heat in the morning because I wake up super stiff. In the morning, I'm super stiff. So I have to use heat. So I take a hot shower to loosen me up, and then I go and do my stretching before work. At the end of the day, when I come back home from work and my back's just throbbing, that's when I use ice. So I use both. I find both, benefit, like Andrew was saying, like, you use
massage,
both. Yeah, you use everything, to help you out. Hey, we got someone new that commented. Let's see. Hey, okay, so it's not just Ryan anymore. We do love you, Ryan, but let's see. Louis, what is up, Louis? First of all, let's read his comment. Hey, Carlos, I've watched most of your vids. I have a herniated disc at L5S1. Had epidural injection and didn't do much. But yeah, we were just talking about epidural injections. Pain more tolerable to deal with. 10 months, the sciatica though, but what should I do now? I love you too, Ryan. Thanks, man. I hope you're still watching our, I was going to say a bad word. I hope you're still watching our dumb butts. But yeah, if you got to go, you got to go, Ryan. But I appreciate you, coming along. Stick around if you want to ask about, different things, different adversities you see on the channel. feel free to ask away. So now let's shoot.
You're stepping on the remote, Carlos. Trying to watch the game, man.
It's all kind of chunky, man. But yeah, okay. So looping back around to Louis Vasquez's question, he's if I understand this right, Louis, you've had the epidurals. You have let's see, you were diagnosed with the herniated disc. Okay, so a herniated disc is different than a degenerated disc, which is what I have. A herniated disc is, and I have Drew here. He's going through a medical program right now. A herniated, so okay, a degenerated disc. What I have, DDD, is this is vertebrae. This is the other vertebrae. It's sitting on the disc. This is the little disc, the little sponge. When it's degenerated like mine, it's practically ripped or torn or open. I'm using my little the little medicine thing to illustrate this for you. It's basically torn, right? And you have the fluids seeping out of it. Now the discs in the vertebral body and all joints, correct me if I'm wrong, Drew, or if you guys are watching this too and you have medical background, they self-suffice within themselves, right?
Yeah.
Like they're their own little powerhouses. If you injure that joint, you can't necessarily repair it because it's its own little powerhouse. The body can only do so much. So with DDD, it's drying up, which means that since it's broken, it's seeping out and it's becoming smaller and smaller and smaller until basically like what I'm hoping for is that my body naturally fuses together and it stops the pain. Because anytime I have pain, the disc swells up and it starts to touch some of the nerves in my back, and that's what causes the pain. But so with the herniated disc, the disc itself, if I'm not mistaken, is not necessarily ruptured or ripped. It's just slipped out. It's just like slipping out. And when you cause any type of certain movement, that little piece that's bulging out can touch a nerve. So that's when you get those flare-ups. I've met people with herniations, and I'm not saying one's worse than the other, but I believe, if I'm not mistaken, that you can, if you have a herniated disc, you can go in for a type of surgery where they'll just slice a little portion of it off that's causing you pain. And I think that's a safer surgery than when they try to fuse you. But then again, I mean, a back surgery, if I was in your shoes, Louis, it would still be scary. For me, like obviously I haven't gone through with the surgery done, and because I can't afford it as of now, but I wouldn't do it. I mean, I'd rather be in the pain that I'm in as of now versus getting surgery. But as far as like what you can do, hey, I saw we just got someone else in here, DLK. We'll get to your comment here in a little bit. So on Louis' question, what should you do now? So what I would suggest for you to do, Louis, is to start researching how to properly move. Find out, and you're going to be your best own doctor, if that makes any sense, because when the doctors told me that I wasn't going to be able to do the things that I'm doing currently, I went through depression for a year and a half. But as I got to learn my body a little bit more, as I went through grad school for that 1 year of exercise science through that master's program at UTSA, I learned that the body needs to move. Those joints in the back, they continuously make more nutrients. I'm trying to like bring it down to like a level to hopefully like it's understandable for like the broad people that end up watching this. But you have to, you have to squeeze those joints. You have to squeeze those vertebrae. You have to move those vertebrae. That's what's causing that joint to continue the healthy process of itself. I hope that makes sense. Versus if you just lay in bed and you're static, that's when it starts to stiffen up a little bit more.
Yes, it is.
I hope that makes sense. So to answer your question, because I feel like I'm blabbing, is figure out how to move properly. Stop doing squats. With weight. Stop doing squats with weight.
And actually also positioning too, sitting down like how we're sitting right now.
I'm sitting down really bad.
Having your hips actually flush with the support, back support. A lot of us tend to be like this, slouching, not slouching, but like laying back like this, and your hips are out of place to your spine. So always fixing, readjusting can help too as well.
And correct me if I'm wrong too. I once met a doctor at like a dinner party a while ago. He mentioned to me that when you go and you purchase a car, you purchase a chair, you want to make sure that your hips are higher than your knees.
Which is true.
I don't know the physiology behind that, but I mean, when I tried it out, I was like, okay, yeah, this makes sense. I mean, he's a doctor, and I tried it out, and it feels better than when I'm slouching the way I am right now. Like right now, I'm in a little pain, but I hope that answers your question, Louis. So figure out how to move properly. Stop doing the things that aggravate your pain. Figure out what you can do and what you cannot do, and start improving on the things that you can do and build upon those things. The other thing that helps is build your core. Build your core through physical therapy exercises. YouTube, physical therapy exercises for core, or physical therapy exercises for herniated discs, and learn how to stretch properly. The more flexible you are, the less tension you're going to put those joints through while you move, if that makes sense. I hope that answers your question, Louis. I wish you the best because I know the pain. But let's see, we're going to move on with the next question. I think DLK has joined the conversation. Let's see what DLK has here for us. Let's see. DLK, okay. I heard herniated disc can heal, but DDD, will you eventually have to get surgery? Do you have stenosis? Okay, so as far as herniated discs, I can't remember if I've heard, well, not yet. I can't remember anything upon herniated discs other than like knowing what it is. As far as like it healing, I don't know. I know for a fact that DDD cannot heal. Like it's arthritic, like it's drying up. You have a slit in the disc. Like there's no way that it can patch up on its own. And this is what the specialist told me when I was diagnosed at 26. And that's why I went through the depression, because I was like, oh my God, I'm in so much pain and I'm like, it can't heal. Like, what am I supposed to do? And then that's like a year and a half later, you guys have seen the process through the YouTube channel of how I overcame my pain, changing my mindset, telling you guys, okay, I'm hurt, but I'm not broken, all that good stuff. And that's how I started the process. That's what this tattoo says. For you guys that couldn't see it, it says love pain. And I forgot, I should have put love fear. Because, I mean, like, after going through everything I went through 8 months ago, I'm a completely different person mentally. Like, there's a couple epiphanies I've gone through within my life. One of them was when I changed my mindset from the depression I had of my low back pain when I had that conversation with my classmate. And that was the first one. The second one, I guess 3 of them, I should say. The second one was when my ex left me for basically for someone else from the things I was able to gather. That sucked, but that just made me a lot stronger. And then the third thing was when I got into that 6-car collision where I almost died. Those are the 3 epiphanies that have really solidified my points of view on life. But anyways, so that's what that tattoo says. It says love pain, and I'm going to put love fear. And at the bottom of that, it says change your mindset. Because I truly, truly believe in that. Whenever you want to achieve anything, especially like specifically DDD or these adversities I'm going through, the first thing you have to do is you got to change your mindset. That's step number 1. And I preach so much about this, but it's like so true to me when I say it to you guys, because it works. Like it works. It honestly works. If it worked for me, out of anyone, like I'm just another person. It works for me. I know it can work for you. Change your mindset, push forward. Okay, I'm kind of like starting to babble.
I'm really making a pizza here in a little bit, so
damn.
I don't know if you want some pizza.
No, I can't.
It's not a dirty bulk pizza, guys. It's a healthy pizza.
No, like it really is. I've had it. It's really good.
Yeah.
But I'm on a new diet plan. I'll get to that here in a little bit. But let's read DLK's other comments. I heard those. I have DDD. Oh, no, I don't have stenosis. What is stenosis? I forgot. What's stenosis? I'll Google it.
Yeah, look it up.
I mean, I was never diagnosed with stenosis, but let me forget. It's been a while since I've studied the sciences. Stenosis, Google, abnormal narrowing. Oh, so if I'm not mistaken, it's like the narrowing of the spinal cord area, like that. So I don't think I have that. If I remember, my pain comes from the DDD. It's in 2026. It's been 4 years since I was diagnosed, but from my diagnosis, I just remember collapsing, not collapsing literally, but mentally. DDDs would kill or the cause of my pain. Okay, good. Let's see.
See, I'm already having lower back pain.
Let's see. DLK. Others eventually lead to fusion. So they did tell me if I wanted fusion, but I don't want to do it. They told me I could be mistaken. I don't know if you mean like fusion of the body itself or fusion like you go in for a surgical fusion. What I'm hoping for is that because my issues between L4 and L5 or L4 and L5, and there's a little bit between L5 and S1. But my big problem area is L4, L5, if I'm not mistaken. But that part of my back, I hope it gets fused on its own, if that makes any sense, because it'll get that joint will get so arthritic that it'll just fuse, and then the doctor said that eventually for some people you stop feeling pain, and like what's it called, Andrew? Your symptoms go away. Your symptoms sometimes go away. So fingers crossed, but it takes a while, especially because of my age. I'm still considered young, so it might take time for it to subside to the point where it would fuse on its own. But that's what I'm hoping for. Man, I'm losing. Let me drink a little water.
Want some water?
But I have some. Thanks, dude. Here's still my food shake. I'll fill you guys in on my new diet and my new workout plan, though, here in a bit. Let me just get through y'all's comments here. What do you think about? Let's see. Hold on. I'm missing a couple. I heard herniated disc. Okay, I've read that. I have DDD-L4, L5 as well with classified radioloco. Okay, I think they did mention me. They did mention to me about radiolocopathy as well. But at the end of the day, they told me that my pain was like I was mentioning from the DDD. I heard those eventually did a few. Okay, I read that. They only get nutrients into them when you. Oh yeah, we were just talking about that, about how the joints only get nutrients when you move. Yeah, very true, very true. Learned that in biomechanics in grad school. I remember that, and that's why I stay physically active too, because I know, and I also notice this personally. Whenever I'm at the gym, my pain kind of subsides, and whenever I'm moving more, I will say when I'm doing like the labor-intensive job I'm doing right now, the pain's like screaming at me for the most. Not screaming at me, but it's painful. Like I notice that it's there. Versus when I'm at the gym, I know that I'm in pain, but I can't really feel it. I hope that makes sense. Let's see. What do you think about Alexander techniques or stem cell therapy? Do you think your disc can regenerate? Okay, so I've looked, and I'm just moving a little bit. I think I'm going to move to the floor, guys. My back's getting stiff because we've been streaming for almost an hour. My back's getting a little stiff from sitting on the couch. Now, even on my chair, sometimes you get stiff. I'm just trying to find a comfortable position, guys. Just to kind of make my back a little more comfortable. Let's see, I can see read y'all's comments. Okay, so we're talking about the regeneration therapy. I have looked into that. I have looked into stem cell research. I did ask the pain med doctor that was one of the ones that was helping diagnose me at 26 about it. And he said that he didn't believe in it personally because technology is not there yet. If I remember correctly, like in a nutshell, is how I understood what he was trying to explain to me about stem cell therapy. If it continues to progress, if it becomes, what's the word, insurance based, because I believe that right now insurance won't pay for it. Not that I have insurance as of now, but whenever I do get insured, through my job in the near future, if it does become insurance, paid, I would do it. I would definitely try it out and see if it works. especially as things, progress through time. So I hope that answers that question. Let's see. So that was DLK's comment. We're at Louis Vasquez's comment now, and I'm just going down the line, guys. Haven't lifted in 10 months and used to lift pretty frequently. Just scared to lift and want to get back into it, but IDK how to start a workout that would ease me into it, but can't find anything. Okay, Louis, so I was in your shoes. Like, literally, I was in your shoes. Andrew, remember?
Yeah.
Like, I couldn't lift. Like, if you go back to, like, my first videos, you'll see how chunky I was. Like, let me show you guys a quick physique update. Since we're on the topic of fitness now, we're transitioning from DDD to fitness now, guys. Let me step this away. And let me take my shirt off real quick.
Whoa!
Hey, muscle! Put your shirt back on. Okay, so this is me right now, guys. Let me move my water. So I'm going to let my stomach bulge out. Take into consideration that I just had this entire drink. This had 2 scoops of protein, half a cup of oatmeal, a nice little handful of berries. So let's start off, So this is me right now. And then once I flex, and I don't know how to pose either, guys, so don't make fun of me.
That's important because you have a chance to make it a one possession game. And Dallas doesn't have to foul necessarily. That's 6-second difference in the shot clock.
I have my shirt back on.
Yes, please.
Yeah, I don't know if you guys could hear what Andrew was saying, but he was like, after I said, let me put my shirt back on, he was like, yes, please. Okay. Oh, okay, so where were we? Why did I take my shirt off? Let me see. Oh, yeah, to, what was it? Louis' question about finding how to start off with. Okay, Louis, so when I first started off, if you've seen the first videos on my channel, you'll see that I was nowhere. Not that I'm like the epitome of like YouTube fitness at all whatsoever, but I was not where I'm at right now, specifically having DDD. And I also had gynecomastia, like the man boobs, because I took hormones at 22 to try and bulk up. But so what I ended up starting with, let me get a little sip of water.
Let's make it happen. The powerful backing of American Express.
When I first started getting back into fitness, after that conversation or that first epiphany that I had in my life, when my classmate told me, we had a conversation, and this was like a pivotal moment in my past. At 20, I was like 27 and a half, a year and a half have gone through depression, right? That was not proper English either, but anyways, so 26, I get DDD. I'm bedbound for 2 months, can't move. I had to withdraw from school, had to quit work for a while, and then got denied from physical therapy school. My whole life's falling apart. Here I am like this super student, finished cum laude, thought I was going to get into PT school, thought I was going to like marry the love of my life or whatever. And then like everything's falling apart, around me. So then when I was in this grad program at 27 and a half, a year and a half into depression or self-diagnosed depression, sadness, deep, deep sadness, a friend of mine in grad school approached me, and she told me she was going through some of the same things, like as far as like arthritis, TDD, injuries. And in a nutshell, like it was a long conversation we had, but she essentially, and I repeated this on the channel before, she said, Carlos, we all have our sad stories in this life. What makes my story, your story different than anyone's story? You have to take what comes to you and change your life for the better, because no one else is going to do that for you. Essentially saying like, everyone else has problems. Why should anyone give an F about your problems other than yourself? I don't know what it was about that conversation, but it just initiated like a changed mindset. And that's what, that tattoo says, change your mindset. And that's when it all started. Well, to get started back into the gym, and this was when my pain was, like a level 8, 10 on a daily. Like I was in so much pain, taking so many meds. I still take meds, but for different reasons now. I take them just to get through the labor-intensive job that I have as of now. But back then, I was taking like my meds 3, 4 times a day to get through my gym workouts. I started off in the pool. So that's where I would suggest if you want to start somewhere, start in the pool. I was swimming 2 to 3 times a week only, and that was it. I did that. I'm trying to go back 3 and a half, 3 years, but I was swimming for 2, 3 months, and that's all I did was swim for 2, 3 months. And this is before I started the channel. Like, so I was just swimming at a local gym. Like, it's not a Gold, it's not an LA Fitness or whatever. It wasn't a big Globo gym. It was just like a small Jewish community center gym. And I was very self-conscious because I was a lot chunkier. I think I hit around right now, which you guys saw, I'm at 173. And I just went to the doctors a week ago, like I was mentioning, to get new medications, right? One new medication. But I was 190, so I was heavy, and I was putting a lot of load on my back too. So after I had that epiphany with my classmate, that changing of my mindset, I just started swimming, and I did that for about 2 to 3 months. After that, Louis, I transitioned slowly into the gym, only doing machine exercises. Here's where it got, tougher, I should say. I would have to drug myself before every single gym session, and it was the only way I was able to get through it. That I was set in my mind that I was going to get through it no matter what. So I would go into the gym, do my physical therapy exercises first, which involved stretching and core strengthening, and then followed by maybe like 5, 6 different machines that my low back was able to tolerate. I did have pain doing those gym exercises, like on the machines. And if I'm not mistaken, it was like chest press, a machine row, essentially, like remembering now, anything that wasn't putting weight overhead, like over my head. So nothing overhead, nothing on my back either. It literally had to be like a sitting exercise, and I was doing like a chest press. I was doing a row on the machine. I was doing the leg extensions. What else was I doing? The abductor and the adductor machine. What else? Dips. Dips. I was able to do dips, but in pain. I was in pain. I'll reiterate that I was in pain, and I was in pain for I can't remember how long I went through pain exercising. I still go through pain now when I'm at the gym, but I'm so used to it, and it's not at the level where it was when I first started working out with DDD. But it was a process. And you just have to go through the process and know that things are going to get better. Each day, I will say, each day is a new day. You don't know when you're going to have a flare-up. But when you do, you rest it off. You ice it, you do your stretches, you do what your body reacts well to get you back to, that good point, that nice, easy point where the pain's not, killer. And you start from there. But I will say that you have to keep in mind that you know your body better than anyone else, better than the doctors, better than me. You know your body best. And that goes for each and one of us. And I started off swimming and then transitioning to where my body felt comfortable as far as the machines. After doing the physical therapy exercises before each of one of my workouts. And I would only work out about 3 times a week at that point. It's changed within these last 3 years. I've gone to the gym 5 days a week, 6 days a week, 2 days a week, 3 days a week. It just depends on what I've been doing in life at these different stages of my life since DDD. But I hope that answers your question. I know it's a super big struggle, Louis, but you have to begin by a changing mindset. And I've spoken with another YouTube follower. He reached out to me through Facebook Live. He also has DDD. He's doing awesome. He's my brother from... where's he from? I forget. I have him on Instagram. I can't say his name. His name's so hard. Hawasani? Mohammed? I think Mohammed. Anyways, if you're watching this, much love, brother. But that dude's a beast. That dude's a super beast. Maybe I'll give him a shout out one of these days once I do a live stream. Maybe I'll do a live stream, doing shout outs to you guys. But anyways, hope this answers your question. I see other comments popping up. So let me see. Let's continue reading. Okay. Watch a lot of. Let's see. I'm trying to read where I left off. Lifted intense. Watch a lot of Athlete Next on YouTube. You will learn a lot. Oh, this is Ryan. Athlete Next is awesome. He's actually a physical therapist. He has his master's. Physical therapists are now not demanded, but now they have to get doctorates. But not to put Athlete Next anywhere, saying that doctorates have more experience than this guy, than Athlete Next. Athlete Next has a master's, but this dude is beyond incredible. As far as like the way he teaches, he gets so in depth. So that would also, if you take Ryan's advice, Louis, follow Athlete Next's channel. That's a good place to continue. I should say to continue your progression through the gym as well. Athlete Next. He's a physical therapist. He's been on YouTube forever. And yeah, he makes great videos that are very in depth. As far as exercising, he gets to the physiological points of each of the lifts that he's presenting. You know who Athlete Next is, right, Andrew?
Oh yeah, I used to watch his channel.
Yeah, dude's awesome.
He's freaking ripped though.
Yeah, he's ripped. His diet's insane.
I haven't seen. Dude, does he show his diet plans on there too?
Sometimes he showed his diet plans too.
Like cooking, or is it just like,
no,
this is what I do?
Yeah,
This is what I eat.
Yeah, he doesn't show himself cooking. We need to do another cooking with the bros.
Well, I'm about to get a pizza out of here so I can show you the pizza. Come out. But Carlos, the temptation.
Temptation. I'm trying to lose a couple extra pounds. But let's see. Okay, so we're at Ryan Santos, core. I hate it, but yes, core is so necessary. I hardly had one at all. I can't recall. I hardly had one at all. I don't know what that's going to. But yeah, as far as like the core, I'm assuming that's when we were talking about core. So true. Core. Can't reiterate it enough. Okay, DLK. Yep, Carlos, you can die crying or die laughing. It's not how long you live, but how you live. Super true. And I actually learned that in nutrition class. That this is the first time after my diagnosis when I heard of, what is it? QOL, quality of life. So my professor, although he was super cocky, he was a brilliant guy. His name is Dr. Fote. Super smart guy, but cocky, but good for him because he was a brilliant man. But this is where I first heard of quality of life, and the way he explained it to us made so much sense. Excuse me. We're all gonna become old, right? It's inevitable. We're all gonna get old. But wouldn't you rather, no. I'm trying to explain it the way he explained it. We're all gonna get old, and we're all gonna end up wearing diapers. Why are you going to want to live to 90 years old living with diapers for, I don't know, like a dumb example, for 30 years? Why not live an awesome life right now for the years that you have? Because tomorrow, it goes back to tomorrow's never promised. So live the best life you can right now in the present moment. Live for a good quality of life while you have it. So yeah, living in the present, DLK, super true, continue fighting. Do you have one of those inverse tables? Do you think they can help with decompress? So I've looked into them, DLK. I've looked into those inversion tables. I don't know. I haven't used, honestly, I haven't used one enough to say that it does or it doesn't help. I know when I was when I was working at the clinic, I don't want to say I got like one-on-one physical therapy help. I only got physical therapy help because the PT clinic where I was working at, the physical therapists were my friends. So they would give me essentially, tips and tricks or, free therapy while I was, working. So they would put me on the decompressor. I think it's what it's called. It's like this big contraption where they, hook this vest onto you and it takes weight off your low back or your body so that your joints or your low back can stretch a little bit more. Honestly, I didn't notice anything. I noticed the best form of therapy for me is acupuncture, ice, hot showers in the morning, and stretching. A lot of stretching. Let's see. One of those inverse. Okay, DLK, continuing with you. And I'm almost going to end it, guys. We're like at an hour 15. I'm starting to lose my voice from all this talking. I lose my voice so fast. And I'm sorry for those of you guys just joining us. I'll probably stream for another 20 minutes, but I'm starting to lose my voice. And this was unexpected. I literally gave my buddy Drew Brewski a shout out. And I was like, hey, man, it's been a while since I've talked with you guys. Is it cool if I just do a live stream from your place? And he was like, yeah, it's cool. So we're just chilling. And I want to catch up with him too, you know. Hold on. So let's see. Okay, do you have one of those? Okay, no. Yes, about the self-fusion. I saw about that, and I saw other PTs say this about how the pain lessens over time. Yes, yeah, I agree, Lou. DLK, the pain has lessened over time. Louis Vasquez, thank you, Ryan. I was doing core and getting better, but just been so demotivating mentally, but you're right, and I'll check out Athlete Next, also looking to buy cheap inversion table on OfferUp. Yeah, you know, it doesn't hurt to try, Louis. If you have the money to look for a cheap inversion table, you know, go for it. See if it helps you out, but don't give up on yourself. Keep fighting. Change that mindset. At the end of the day, that's what it comes down to, in my belief. DLK, Louis, let us know how the inversion table works. Bring in there. Thanks, DLK. I like that, man. Your gal. You're super supportive. I like that. DLK. Ryan Santos. Let's see. Louis, not sure how your nutrition is, but nutrition plus exercise, yes. Plus consistency is key. Keep up with it, Louis. If it was easy or anyone would do it, defy the odds, dude. Agree, Ryan. So much positivity, guys. Man, I'm liking this. I had these 2 days off, and I work the next 5 days straight, and it's intense, but this live stream is going to get me through those next 5 days at my labor-intensive job, guys. I appreciate all the positivity, not towards me, but within yourselves. You know, like this little community we're building. Let's see, DLK, check Sean Stevenson out when you feel down. Since he was born, his bones break. He is in pain, twisted body, but got degrees, married, etc. Okay, hey, remember this guy's name, Sean Stevenson.
Want me to remember his name?
Sean Stevenson.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hey, Carlos.
What's up?
There's a movie that I've been wanting to see called The War with Kevin Costner.
Okay, guys, is The War with Kevin Costner any good if you're watching?
Kevin Costner and Elijah Wood. It's an old movie. It's called The War. If you guys haven't seen it, please check it out. Like, it's
Google it. Tell me, should we watch it tonight? Google and recommend. Okay, yeah, definitely check Sean Stevenson. This goes to what Carlos was talking about. Everyone has a sad story. So true. Everyone has a sad story. Why should we care about yours? And I'm not saying that as a brutality thing. I'm just being realistic with you guys, because at the end of the day, I'm here to push you guys, for you to push me back. And me and Drew were just talking about this. Like, I'm listening to a book right now. I don't want to recommend this book until I finish listening to it completely. But we were just talking about that if your true friends are the friends that are going to be there to push you through your darkest moments, not the friends that are going to, you know, bring you back into like this circle of like pessimism and tell you, know, like, let's go, you know, like get wasted or whatever, or just negative stuff. Like, true friends are the ones that are going to be at the end of the day. Yeah, you might need a couple drinks, right? Don't get me wrong. When you go through like some hard stuff in life, you go and you have fun. You look at your friends are those that are going to continue pushing you forward, believe in you. And when you say something that you want to do, as crazy as it sounds, for instance, my story of having 8-10 years of science behind me and then switching to business. Yeah, I have maybe like 5 friends that I can count on one hand. None of them told me, you know, like I was crazy. Yeah, they all had their opinions of it, but at the end of the day, they were like, cool, if this is what you want to do, I support you, but you better finish it strong, not just, you know, weak. Finish strong. I'm going to start wrapping it up, though. Thanks, Neil. Okay, appreciate that, bro. I think I'm gonna start wrapping it up. I'm gonna go watch. I guess I'll Google that movie, The War, see if it's any good before Andrew watches it. Because sometimes you'll choose like random movies and like.
No, man, they're good, man. My girlfriend actually makes fun of me sometimes because I watch more Disney Channel movies than she does. So, yeah, I mean, if you're into it, you're into it. You can't deny it.
But yeah, guys, sorry I've been hiatus for so long. Like I was saying, if you skip through the entire video and you're just coming in towards the end, I've been on hiatus because of my job. I've just been burnt out. I'm trying to balance my life a little bit better, trying to get my nutrition on point. I'm going to start a new nutrition plan, a new exercise regimen. Today I started that, and it's trying a new fitness lifestyle where everything's more in balance. Because what I was doing was just work and exercising. And yeah, it was great, but I got to burnout. It's unsustainable. You have to find something that's sustainable long term. Ryan Santos, thanks for filling us in. Carlos, missed you. Don't go disappearing. I'll try not to, Ryan, but yeah, I'll leave it at that. I want like I don't sometimes I don't make like videos, like YouTube videos of me like out and about because I'm so tired. Like I'm so tired that I get like sporadic days off. I don't get 2 consecutive days. So I just literally lay in bed and ice my back, stretch, and do therapy at my house, and like go swim or go into the sauna to relieve that pain before I have to, go back in the next day. But that's what I was saying. I'm trying to balance my life out more. I'm trying to get my nutrition more on point, trying to stop eating those chips. And if you don't follow me on Instagram, check my Instagram out. Like, just give it a shot. It's Kakuna365. And if you have comments on, you'll see I just typed it in. IG me at Kakuna365. That's where I put a lot of like the daily stuff, ups, downs, whatever. Physique updates, DDD updates, gyno updates, life updates. You can, get more personal there with me if you have questions, personal questions. You don't want the entire, YouTube community to see on these live streams. That's where you can hit me up, Kakuna365. I respond to it pretty well. I respond well to YouTube comments too, but sometimes it takes me some days. On Instagram, I'm better at it though. It's not that big. I had to start a brand new Instagram because I had a conjoined Instagram with my ex. Long story, but yeah, this is the new one. But anyways, guys, I'm going to end it there. I'm just going to join my my brother Drew Brewski here, watch a movie. I might have a slice of pizza though.
Yeah, go for
I might have a healthy slice of pizza though. But yeah, I'll make more videos for you guys. But that's why I haven't made like cool videos in the sense that I think they're cool or edited videos because I'm just using those days for rest. I love you guys. I was just seeing if there were any last comments. But yeah, I love you guys. I'll see you when I see you again. Thank you so much for watching the live stream tonight. For everyone that joined us, Ryan, DLK, Louie. I think there was someone else that I'm forgetting, or maybe it was just y'all three. I'm going through the comments real fast. Oh, and Chris. Chris was here too. But yeah, thank you so much. You guys were consistent today with the live stream. Anyone else that watches this after it's already said and done, love y'all. Thank you so much. And hopefully I have a new video for you guys. Comment on this video, on this live stream too. What do you guys want to see? Let me know what other content that it is that you guys want to see of mine. But anyways, I'm going to click and stream in 3, 2, 1. Bye, guys.